All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to talk about something most people completely miss, a kind of power that isn't built with big words or loud arguments. Nope, it's built with silence. Strategic, intentional silence. And this right here, this one sentence, is the key to this whole thing. It flips everything on its head, suggesting that our most natural instinct, to talk, might actually be our biggest problem. I mean, really think about it. Every single time you jump in to explain yourself or defend what you did or announce your big plans, you're losing. You're losing power. When you explain, you're basically asking for someone else's approval. When you defend, you're letting them be the judge. And when you announce, you're just wasting energy that you should be putting into doing the thing. Every word can be a step backward. So here's the bottom line. The most dangerous people, they're not the ones shouting the loudest. Not at all. They're the ones you just can't read. The ones who are watching, who are in control, and you have no idea what they're going to do next. So, how do we become that person? Well, it starts with our very first move. Okay, step one, and this is probably the hardest one because it goes against every single thing we've ever been taught. You have to stop explaining yourself, period. And look, this isn't just some random tip. This is the foundation. Everything else we're about to cover, it's all built right on top of this one single decision to just be quiet. I know, it sounds kind of radical, right? Because we're trained to justify everything we do. But get this. The second you start explaining, you're putting the other person above you. You're making them the judge and jury of your life. You're literally handing over your power. Take it back. Just stop explaining. It really breaks down into two types of people, doesn't it? You've got the explainer on one side, always talking, always justifying, and always losing power because they need that validation from others. And then you have the executor. They don't talk about it, they just do it. Their power, it comes from their actions, from the results, not from their words. And that brings us right to step two. This is where things get really interesting, where the benefits start to stack up. Because once you stop talking, you start seeing. Silence isn't just silence, it's a tool for seeing what's really going on in any room. So what actually happens when you do this? Well, you stop being a radio tower broadcasting everything out, and you become a satellite dish pulling information in. The whole vibe of every room you walk into, it starts to tilt in your favor. You know how they say nature hates a vacuum? Well, people in conversations hate one even more. The moment you go quiet, you create this void, and people get uncomfortable. They will rush to fill that silence, and when they do, bam, they reveal everything. And what do they reveal? Oh, you name it. Their insecurities, what they really want, their hidden agendas, all the stuff they usually keep locked up behind a wall of words just comes spilling out, all because you decided to just be quiet and watch. So you see, this changes the whole game. Your silence isn't passive. It's not empty. It's active. You're basically a data collection machine, quietly gathering up the most valuable thing on the planet, information. Which brings us perfectly to step three. And this one is all about managing your most critical resource, your own energy. Let's dig into how every single word you say costs you something. It's an energy expense. We're going to talk about how to plug those leaks so you can actually have the power you need to get stuff done. Just think about your energy like a battery. It's finite. Every time you complain, or you tell everyone about your amazing new idea before you've even started, or you go fishing for a compliment, you're creating a little hole in that battery. You're leaking the very energy you need to actually do the work. And here's the crazy part, most people just don't get. They think they're tired from their work, but a lot of the time, they're tired from their talking. All that talk drains your mental battery and produces nothing, zero. But focused work? Yeah, that uses energy, but it actually creates something real, something valuable. So the process looks like this. You go silent, you plug the leaks, you start storing up all that energy. Then you channel that saved up energy into deep, intense focus. And what does that focus create? Results, undeniable results. It's an amazing feedback loop that just keeps building on itself. Okay, this brings us to the final step, and this one is the big one. This is where silence stops being just a tactic you use and becomes a fundamental part of who you are. Step 4 is all about a complete identity shift.
It's about rewiring your brain to go from being the person who talks about doing things to being the person who just does them. No fanfare needed. But let me ask you this. Why do so many people stay stuck? I mean, they have all these great ideas, big plans, but nothing ever happens. Why is that? Well, the answer is actually a little trap inside our own brains. See, when you tell people what you're going to do, your brain gives you a little hit of dopamine. It feels good. It feels like you've already accomplished something. And because you get the reward up front, you lose the motivation to actually do the hard work.
So, how do you escape that trap? It's simple, but it's brutal. 3 rules. 1. Kill the big announcement. Don't tell anyone what you're about to do. 2. Kill the progress updates. No one needs a play-by-play. And 3. Kill the check-in. Stop asking people if you're doing a good job. Just do the work.
So, what happens when you put all 4 of these steps together? What's the end game here? You develop something really, really rare, an untouchable presence. Your new motto becomes this: disappear into the work and reappear with the results. You stop putting on a show and you start actually producing. You work quietly in the background and you let the final result do all the talking for you. Trust me, that reveal is way more powerful than any announcement you could ever make. And that is the ultimate prize: total self-control. A powerful, quiet presence that just commands respect without you ever having to say a word. You become that person whose actions are so loud, they don't need to speak at all.
So, here's what I want you to walk away with. Take back your power by taking back your silence. Let other people talk. Let them wonder what you're up to. You've got work to do. Go silent. And in that silence, become truly, deeply effective. Stay dangerous.